Oh, no chocolates today, Mr. Woods?
No, Ruby. This is all I need. Papa always told me, life is like a box of lollipops. All the flavor and fiber you'll ever need to get far in life. And boy, was he never had a reason to stop either. All I knew was I could run forever with one. Until I ran out.
And then what?
I went home.
Oh.
But glad you got that one out of the way. Go even higher for the next one. Yeah.
Morning, track and field. I'm Aisha Protlier with Eric Jenkins, joined by Isaiah Harris and Luis Grijalva. We're loving. How we doing, fellas?
Doing good. Early morning, but coming from West Coast time, but it's been a great city.
When did you get in?
I got in on Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday night.
Yeah, just here for Garmin.
Just here for Garmin. Not Grand Slam, unfortunately, but maybe next month.
Isaiah, how we feeling? It is fun to be a track fan, isn't it?
I love track. I am definitely going to be following track for the rest of my life. Like, I want to be in the sport some way, but yeah, it's fun.
What do you guys think of the Grand Slam so far?
I was impressed yesterday. Like, I mean, there was such a good turnout at the stadium.
Yeah, this
That
is for
was-
sure the best one yet.
Yeah, I was nervous about that because it's such a big stadium. It needs to look good, and it did. And fans were loud, on their feet for every race. Like, every race was a facility record.
That's what they said. You've raced here a bunch, right?
Yeah, Penn
Yeah.
relays back
Yeah.
in the day, but it's been a while. I mean, coming back here, I had a little PTSD as I was coming through that little like corral
Yeah.
area.
Yeah.
They like bring you out on the track like 45 minutes
Yeah.
before your race. It's raining, it's cold.
Yeah.
But
They like to bring you out incredibly early.
So early.
Do you have a wheel?
I have a couple wheels.
You got a couple
Got a
wheels.
couple
There you
wheels.
go. Yeah.
You got one, Eric?
I got one. Yeah. Not a couple. Just one. Yeah. Have you raced here?
Nah, never.
Never.
Yeah, any of you just never came here. We never had a good DMR team or 4x1500 meter or
Yeah.
4x mile.
I'm sure you guys could have strung one together.
Ah.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't think so, honestly. Anytime I was in AU, we just didn't have good. And we had Jordy, but nothing
Yeah, that's
crazy. Yeah,
Yeah,
for milers, you know.
yeah. I mean,
Everyone's
that's
just like
pretty
a
much
five-
job done between
Yeah.
you and Jordy.
Yeah, but everyone's pretty much.
Like everyone
5K,
else was
10K guys.
genuinely trash.
Yeah.
But I always wanted to come here, and bummer that I'm missing out. But hopefully I could be in Grand Slam in LA from a month from now. But that was awesome. Yeah, I forgot what it was to watch a track meet at the highest level, and I thought that was just so awesome. How like literally I was standing by the finish line, and I think no one was sitting down. Everybody was on their feet like the entire time for like 2 hours, which is kind of crazy.
You coming back from like a little bit of an injury, right? Where are you at in the build up right now?
Yeah, just very unfortunate. Yeah, right before the Olympics, I just tweaked my hamstring, and then it just kind of lingered on for a couple months, and I just couldn't really train. And then I had to go to Boston to see a doctor who helped me out, and then just started running again, and then hurt my other hamstring, and then yeah, took 2 months off again, and then started running again, and then hurt my original hamstring. So it's just been a series of cycle of the same injury of hamstrings, but I'm feeling good now, so I think it's very, very good. I think hopefully this time around I can stay healthy and just not lose any momentum.
No more. Yeah, you're like
Yeah.
the other hamstring.
Yeah.
Like, brother, stay with me.
I don't know.
Let's get some isometric
Yeah.
bridges in you.
Yeah, it's crazy because I never had an injury ever before in my running career, and then just like this past year, I got hurt. So
I mean, it happens, and
Yeah.
It's the
momentum
name of the
is
game, yeah.
momentum's the name of the game at this point. So I'm sure that sitting in the stands or standing in the stands with everybody yesterday, it's like, all right, yeah, like I'll be on this track in LA. It's gonna be exciting. That's got to feel good to like get a sneak peek of what it will be like.
yeah, I miss it. Like I haven't been racing probably over 11 months. So yeah, I just felt very fired up, and like I was just a fan. And I just,
You're hoping to get into the LA Slam?
Yeah, I think I can.
Yeah,
Yeah, if
yeah.
I'm healthy, and you know, I've been swimming a lot for cross training, so I feel like I'm fairly CrossFit shape. But
Yeah.
I think running, I just need maybe 3 weeks, and I could be okay.
It's really cool. I feel like it wasn't as prevalent when we were like in the heart of our careers, but so many athletes are cross training and using other modalities. Like how much, are you tracking your cross training? Like how much is that data playing into your training?
Yeah, so I've been cross training for the past it seems like 9 months, but it's very interesting because I never really used the heart rate data, and I've been using it ever since I started working with Garmin at the start of the year, and just to kind of get a gauge of like where my heart rate is at. Certain efforts of like threshold or easy, I know like 160s is just like a solid day for me. And then like 130s is like a easy chill day for me. And then occasionally when I'm swimming, maybe 170s, 180s. But I've been just using it. Yeah. One time I got up to 202
Whoa,
in the swimming
in the pool?
Yeah.
Dang.
But
I would drown.
yeah, it always feels like I'm drowning. But yeah, it's been awesome. Yeah, working with Garmin, just the heart rate data, and then just the watch itself is pretty.
Are these
good.
things waterproof?
Yeah, they're waterproof. Yeah,
Sick.
yeah. I think Isaiah swims too, right? I heard.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of swimming as well. I'm not great at it, but I think that's better because it makes my heart rate get up really quick. Probably because I'm panicking in the water. But yeah, I get a really good workout in the pool in like
The
20
fear
minutes.
of death always
Yeah,
really
yeah.
gets the heart rate going.
Yeah.
You're like, the muscles aren't quite firing. I don't think they should, but like the heart is, yeah. Cardiovascularly, it is the same. I mean, I'm having a good effect in the pool. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they have like fear of death metrics on the Garmin. We heard there's
I think they do. Have you seen how many metrics?
There's a lot on
There's
this
a there's a stress metric, so that's gotta be. I mean,
we were checking out the stress metrics on Eric's watch the other day.
it was
as
like,
in
yeah, it was
yesterday.
climbing and climbing and then going down. It was all over the place actually yesterday. How far is Penn State from here?
Penn State's like the middle of the state, so it's like 3 hours from
Okay.
here, 3 hours from Philly.
I was like, do you have is UPenn and is there like what's your big rivalry?
I think I was talking about this the other day. Like a lot of people like confuse the two, and like that's completely fine with me. Like
Sounds
I
like
do-
this is what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, I don't mind if people think I went to UPenn because it's an Ivy League school, but I have a feeling that people that go to UPenn probably don't want to be associated with Penn State people. So I don't think there's like actual beef there, but there's that
Yeah.
Ivy League,
Well, I
whatever
guess
you
actually
wanna call it.
UPenn as far as track goes, not great, right? I mean, besides Tommy Awad
and Nia
Nia,
okay,
come
yeah.
on.
and Isabella Whitaker.
There's some good talent.
Yeah, I think you're
Okay,
wrong,
yeah,
brother.
yeah, yeah.
You're wrong.
I'm like,
Sorry,
yeah.
sweetie.
Yeah. I'm like they washed the schools. It's good school track program.
They're
sucks.
slow,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're just slow. I'm like they couldn't string together a 4x.
For the longest time I thought Penn Relays was at Penn State
A lot of people.
There we
think
go.
that.
It's all coming out.
A lot of people
Yeah,
think
yeah.
Yeah.
until like 2 days ago.
Oh, you
yeah.
can,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, yeah.
Right
All
up until
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
right.
That-
You're like
fair.
you're on Google Maps, like right on the flight, and you're like, we're not, not anywhere close to where I thought we're going.
Yeah, that's tough. But now, we've got our location down. We're feeling good. We're getting our momentum. We're going to altitude soon. What are we looking forward to the rest of the season?
For me, it's just consistency. I know we kind of just talked about it. Momentum's the name of the game. I've had some ups and downs with my Achilles, and it's kind of been just frustrating because I feel like I just have not even like reached my ceiling. So yeah, just trying to stay consistent. I think the altitude stint will be nice. I feel like I respond pretty well to the altitude. And yeah, just go into summer racing feeling fresh, and anything can happen.
Do you have a race that year? Like, do you have what's next on the schedule?
Yeah, it's a weird year. Like, I guess there's
Yeah.
just not many races over here with like the USATF.
Yeah.
One's getting canceled. So right now it's just like a big month training block in Albuquerque, a race in LA coming off of
Yeah.
that, and then it's USA's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. What about you, Luis?
Yeah, just trying to get healthy first. Yeah, I've been running for about 2.5 weeks. So I
Great.
think that's really a good start. But yeah, I think I have big goals, and coming from Paris last year is very disappointing. But yeah, I want to make the world team for Guatemala and be able to make the world final again. But it's just very different. I know everyone's saying that Worlds is really late this year, but they've been saying that since October.
Yeah.
And it's June now, right? Yeah. But yeah, hopefully, string a couple weeks of just consistency, being healthy. I want to race Grand Slam in LA. I think that would be pretty awesome to start the season. And then just look at races that have big points in terms of just trying to make the world team, or sorry, for Worlds, and just trying to qualify alpha ranking or trying to get the standard. Yeah, I think 1301's like, I think I need a couple months of just consistent training, but you never know. I think I surprised myself last year. I had another injury last year, but yeah, just hopefully maybe go to Europe and kind of mid-August and I think the last date to hit the standard is maybe it's August 25th. So
Yeah.
I think August 20th, there's a race that up in Europe that I potentially could run. So we'll see.
Perfect.
Yeah.
At the, quote unquote late end of season is helpful when you're gaining momentum, and like having a almost kind of a month longer to be able to chase a standard can be helpful when you're in the gaining momentum stage.
Yeah.
I like your odds.
Yeah, I think so too. And sometimes in my mind, I wrapped it, or people who are training right now are probably going to be really tired in September. So maybe I'll be fresh.
You'll be coming on strong. Sorry.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, you'll win the LA Grand Slam, and then you'll get the standard. It'll all go smooth sailing from there. You just need to hit the standard, and then you're good.
Yeah. Guatemala, I just don't have too many athletes. Who
Yeah,
can hit
who's the
standard.
number 2 5K guy in Guatemala?
Yeah, we actually probably the best athlete. We have a marathoner.
Yeah.
And he's run 2:07. Yeah,
Oh,
at
okay. Oh, wow.
Valencia. I think it was last year, but I think it was 13. We have a 13:40 guy.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well. Oh yeah. Okay. So Isaiah, you've
Bring it on.
yeah. Let's talk about the 800 yesterday. So before the race, you were yeah, I know.
We can talk about Hoey too.
Yeah. No, before but yeah, but I mean before the 800 yesterday, you were thinking Josh Kerr was like the guy. You've raced these men, multiple times. You know how it goes. What did you see yesterday?
Well, I knew it would be tough for Josh Kerr in the 8. I think overall in the slam, he showed last month that he can get it done. But yeah, the 8 kind of played out how I expected. I was curious to see how the first lap was going to go. I know Marco's such a smart racer, and like that kind of showed yesterday. I think if he had taken it out in 50 point, it would have been a more ideal race for Hoey. But the fact that they went out in 52, Marco kind of squeezed that third 200 and dropped like a 25. I think that really kind of ran the legs off people, and not many people can do that. That
That's
just
crazy,
shows
yeah.
why Marco's so
Yeah.
good. And he's going to run insanely fast next time he goes out in 50 point or is in a race with, that Botswanian guy that's running really fast, or Miller, or, all the guys. So I'm excited to see what he does. I'm still I feel like Hoey's got so much
So you think Hoey would have done better with just have a fast pace and holding on?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Hoey's you saw glimpses of it this indoor season where he's just kind of shocking people every race, but now it's kind of expected for him to run well. I mean, this was, I think, his first outdoor race
Yeah, I think so.
of the season. So he'll be running fast. I'm not worried about that. Yeah.
Brandon Miller just ran really fast. Like, you guys have a pretty insane 800 meter group right now. Training must, when everyone's healthy and firing, that must be really good.
Yeah, we've had a really good squad. These last 2 months have been great. We've had all 5 of our guys. I mean, the slowest guy in our group has run 1:44.9. So
Yeah.
That's nuts.
super talented. Right now, Brandon Miller's leading the charge, the young guy, but I mean, he's so mature and just wise for his age. And I think that just kind of reflects on the track. You can see how he races. He's smart. But it's cool to see. And it's nice just to see the training works. You follow the plan, you're going to run fast.
Yeah.
So it's cool to have that example right out front of you. But yeah, we push each other. We have such a good crew. We're all living together in Albuquerque. So it's we're all fired up. We're all
Yeah, it's an
feeding off each
ideal
other.
training scenario.
Yeah.
What do you think Josh's strategy is in the 15 today?
Josh Kerr?
Yeah.
Win? I don't know. Josh,
Yeah.
again, he's such a smart racer too. Before Budapest, I went down to Albuquerque and did a third training camp, and I was living with him, and just sitting with him, he was watching some races, taking notes, really just analyzing races, and I was so impressed with just the things he was seeing, and he did it with me in the 800 and was trying to help me work on my strategy, and he's so smart, he would be a very good coach one day. So I'm sure he's been thinking about it a lot.
He's been
and
breaking down tape,
he has
taking
a
his
plan.
notes. Yeah.
I don't know it, and if I did, I probably wouldn't say it here.
Yeah,
He
smart,
might kill me.
yeah.
But yeah, I think again, like we saw last month at the last slam, he knows how to win when it matters, and he's now fit. So yeah, I expect him to be somewhere in the front.
Yeah. Luis, how do you see the distance of events going today?
Yeah. I think it's gonna be very interesting. You know, I think it's gonna be a lot faster. I think there's guys in the race that, since it's one race and not two races, maybe they just have nothing to lose and just kind of put themselves out there and just kind of push it harder from the front. I think. I know Gabriel Wet, he's scratched.
Yeah.
So I thought he would have been the guy to
Same. Yeah.
kind of push the pace, and just because he's run 12:36,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
that's a real.
Yeah.
12:36.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. We did it. I was in that race, and I think we were at 7:41 at 3K, and then they just
Yuck.
They just picked it up. They just started. It went from 61s to 59s and 54 last lap. So it's
My
kind of crazy.
God.
But yeah, it's just interesting. Grant's been having a lot of success in these races, and I'm sure last month he lost at 3K, and I think he's just like a really smart racer too, and I think for some reason I have a feeling he's just gonna push it really hard with a key to go. And
What do you think the key is to taking down a guy like it seems like he's kind of having his way in these slams? What do you think one of the keys would be to take him out of his element?
Yeah, it's very interesting because he's kind of the one kind of controlling the race, kind of dictating what's gonna happen or who's making the move, and yeah, I think he's very dominant in a small field. And I race Grant in a lot of Diamond League races, and sometimes we're in these big races and with a lot of the Ugandans and Ethiopians who are just fast and just kind of they kind of control the race. But it seems like for Grand Slam, and Grant's just been controlling just kind of everything. And I think you just got to be strong enough to just kind of cover his moves. And honestly, I feel with 5K guys is the last 100 meters relatively is everyone's there. You look at the World Championships in 2023, the spread from first place to 8th place was a second apart. It's just about a matter of positioning who's kind of up towards the front with a lap to go. But it's just covering his move. Yeah, he's very strong. And, I'm actually really surprised that in Miami, when he made that move in the 5K, no one went with him, because that's a typical Grant Fisher, USA move, that maybe 2 or 3 people cover. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
I like your odds for LA. You're watching. You're
Yeah.
You're switched on. You're ready to go.
You would have covered the move.
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
Yeah.
surely 50A isn't that fast in a 1340 race,
You would think.
Yeah.
You would-
Slow.
Yeah. But I just as they was saying about Josh, I think film is very important, and you just got to know how certain people run and their kind of tactics and their styles, and but I would say I do have a teammate, and Nico Young,
Yeah.
and
He'll cover the move.
yeah, he's incredible shape, and he's one of the most talented people I've ever trained with, and he's only 22 years old, and by far is way older in his career. Just the way he's training mindset and the way he does things is very high end pro and the elitist elite. And I totally forgot Nico was in my race or in this race. But yeah, if anybody to cover Grant Fisher moves is going to be Nico.
The
Love it.
murmurs of how hard and impressive Nico trains it's made its way to Seattle. People are talking about this guy's so talented. Some of the workouts he's doing, it's how.
Yeah, he's just a grinder. He gets after it. Last year when I was training, he was just in the NCAA system, and just some workouts didn't just kind of match up and line up. But a month before Paris, we were working out, I'm like, man, this guy's really fit. But yeah, he's crazy. It wouldn't surprise me if Nico ran 12:40.
Wow.
Yeah, in a 5K, time trial effort. And he's good at tactically, so he has the speed. I think he's run 146, 147 in the 800, so he's quick.
Oh, I didn't know he's run that. Wow, I didn't know he had wheels like that.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
You guys also have a crazy training group, very a lot of talent up there at Flag with Mike Smith.
Yeah, it's gonna be really fun. It's gonna be more organized, more. Mike has, I think, 2 more weeks in the NCAA, and then after those 2 weeks, it's just gonna be a full time Nike coach, which is gonna be awesome. So we're just gonna have way more organized, way more structure, and new people coming in, and it's cool because like if you look at the spread of our 5K team, or the 5K guys is, I think the average is probably like 12:57, 12:56 with me, Woody,
So
Nico,
good.
and Abdi, which
That's a good
incredible.
average.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and then I think we might have hopefully Nike recruits some good big time NCAA recruits. So I think we're gonna have a good future moving on.
It's only going up from here.
Yeah.
Is Abdi healthy?
Yeah, he's healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had that crazy injury at the Olympics when he fell.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's been pretty consistent. We're kind of on the same timeline,
Nice.
which is kind of crazy. We both got hurt at the Olympics, and
Does he need a standard? You guys could go help each other get the standard.
yeah. I think for him, he has the U.S. standard.
Yeah.
So luckily for him, I think he just needs to run the standard by August 25th if he makes the team.
Yeah.
So
Very good. Well, we got to get you guys off for your flights, but thanks thanks for joining us. Thanks, Garmin, for bringing these guys on. A lot of fun, and good luck.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having
Yeah,
us on.
thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thanks
Appreciate
for having
it.
us.
And all right, we're back. How are we feeling?
I feel good. How about you?
I feel great. You look like so fresh. Eric got his workout in. He did leg day.
I feel fresh. What'd you do this morning?
Not leg day.
Mm-hmm.
I went to a cafe.
What time did you wake up?
7:45.
Uh-huh.
I've been just a piece of shit. Like I haven't done anything. I just
I
like
was
drank
gonna say
coffee. I
something,
actually did
yeah.
eat a donut. And I like should probably go.
Like get it.
I don't know.
I wouldn't mind if you got it together
Yeah,
a
I
bit.
need to go get it together.
It's like,
After this, I'm gonna take
yeah.
my watch and go on my little jog.
Oh, you're gonna run?
Yeah, just a little jog or something.
What are
Or
you thinking?
I don't know. I'm kind of good for 3 or 4 miles these days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or do you have a? You're just gonna. I bet
To the
like,
river.
You're gonna go run and go like run right to a cheesesteak place. Just like get a cheesesteak and you Uber back.
Yeah. I'm gonna say I'm gonna go for a run and then just
Yeah.
like do a cheesecake
Oh yeah,
or
I'll get
cheesesteak
like
tour.
a 3 or 4 mile run and maybe just like beeline doing the cheesesteak.
Yeah.
You get back and like, hey, can I see your stats? And you're like,
Oh, weird. I didn't hit start.
weird. I totally forgot my Garmin 970 at the hotel. But actually, there probably is a cheesesteak feature on this thing. I'm like, no, let me see it. It's like, oh wow.
It's like
Oh no, check the cheesesteak.
10
stat.
inches of
Yeah.
cheesesteak. Yeah. So hopefully I'll go do something after this. I don't know, just get the blood flowing.
Let's see what the meet's a bit earlier today.
Bit earlier. We were pretty successful yesterday.
The meet?
You and
Or,
I.
like, me and you.
Yeah,
With-
yeah.
in like the mix zone.
And yeah, the
Yeah.
content creator zone.
Yeah. What do you think? What did we do that was different and so successful?
First of all, we were really comfy. So
Yes.
that I think put us in the right frame of mind
Mhm.
that like we can do this. Like in Miami, to be honest, like we weren't in the right frame of mind. There was a lot of like, what the are we doing here?
Mhm.
So I do think that our physical comfort manifested in some great conversations.
Also, I mean, the content creator zone in Miami was hell. It was jam packed. It was a really small
Jam-packed.
area.
Jam-packed.
Completely jam packed.
And it was either hot, or there was like a helicopter grade fan that was
Mhm.
blowing so hard I'm a little hard of hearing, and I couldn't hear anything. We were getting blown over by a tornado. So it was either you're sweating or I'm deaf and like getting my face blown off by the fan.
Yeah. Well, and also no one was in the content creator area yesterday.
No, it was like ours.
It was just
Maybe
us.
we scared everyone away.
I could see it.
I could see it.
But yeah, I would say. So you think it was just the success was just comfort based.
Comfort based. I think.
Do you think you were more comfortable like asking the question? Like, do you think interview wise things went better?
I think also because we were in the front of the queue, like a lot of athletes came through in Miami and we were the last people interviewing, and in their eyes was just like, you're good, was just, don't ask to talk to me. Like they were giving so much like, I don't have time for you energy, which then put us on the back foot. So yeah.
100, I couldn't agree more. Yeah, we got shafted into Miami content creator
Yeah.
zone.
Yeah.
Not good. Actually, I think in a way it was probably good. Like as far as content creators go, we really cut our teeth
We
the
did.
hard way.
Yeah.
Because now it's like we get to this point and we're like, we've been through hell before. This is
It's a
living the good
cakewalk.
life.
We did interview Kenny, which was big for us. This was the hardest part about it, was for, I don't know, 5 minutes. It was like a will they, won't they? Like I was really on the edge of my seat. Like Eric, you asked me like 15 times, like, what do you think we should do? Do you think we should get up? And every time I'd be like, yeah, let's just try. 30 seconds goes by. I don't know. What do you think we should do about Kenny?
I was
I'm
like,
like,
should we get him?
and I just said, yeah, we should get him. Like he's not listening to the morning show. He's not listening to us speculate.
I wasn't actually worried about. I didn't think it was like, oh, Kenny has been listening to the morning show. I didn't like. And also I don't think we weren't talking shit. If anything, I was like going to bat for him and saying we need
more
it. Track spice.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, it's not necessarily like a great, like you wouldn't want to be like have your like girlfriend running a kind of a burner account that's like kind of doubling as like a fan page. But I was like, I like it.
Yeah.
I think my last point was we need more track spice.
Yeah.
In the world. The sport's like boring enough. You need things that are actually fun. When
Yeah.
there's so little drama in this sport, and then whenever the drama comes out, everyone doesn't talk about it.
True.
So it's like you need as much drama as possible.
We do. Yeah. And we're here to stir it up.
Uh-huh.
And he still talked to us. But yeah, so what was your hesitation?
Well, the Miami content creator zone, Kenny was out of there.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I think we did ask him, and he was mad that we asked him.
Well, yeah, we did see one of the worst interviews I've ever seen happen with Kenny, like right before us. So I think he was a bit on edge.
Go on. What made it? If you want to throw this one of our content coworkers under the bus,
I'm not going to name names.
You started
It just, there was a lost in translation of a question that happened.
What was
the question was abstract. The question was, if you were to create a recipe, it was a food creator. Like, imagine the 200 as a recipe. What are the best ingredients for a 200? Now, let me just say, you've run a really hard race. Maybe there's some lactic swimming in your body. You're kind of hurting a little bit. You're thinking about the next race. You're not really up for like complex questions. So I want to give Kenny the benefit of the doubt. Like, sometimes it is hard to compute in the brain when someone's asking you this. Now, Kenny did his best, tried to answer. Well, I think that like in a recipe you need protein and seasoning, and so maybe like some chicken and some rice. And it's like, no.
yeah, the guy was like, oh, how do I say this? He's like, that's not at all what I'm talking about. He was like, yeah, no, okay, but like. The 200, like what would be like the protein? And then as soon as the guy, I was like, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, at that point, Eric and I looked at each other.
Now Kenny's really mad.
Now he's really mad.
He's like, now Kenny's like, okay, now I'm starting to look dumb. And he was like, I don't like this. He's like, the guy's like, okay, yeah, I don't know, but what are like the seasonings of the 200? And Kane's like, what are the seasonings?
It's like,
of
I don't
the
know, maybe like
200?
some teriyaki sauce.
Yeah, he's like,
And then at the
And
third
then
clarification.
after that, we're like, hey, Kenny, can we get you? We snagged you real quick.
And he's like, no.
He's like, shut the heck. Did you think you listen to that? I'm done. Would you mind if we just got you really quick?
I would mind, in fact.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yesterday was better. I did make okay, let me just say, again, Eric and I are not AV professionals. Eric is much better. He was working the cameras for the press conference. I now know how to connect the microphone cords. Like, you know, we're learning on the job. Big learning experience for me yesterday was we interviewed Agnes Gedich. We were really excited. We tried to get her in Miami. We couldn't get her. Again, we're at the end of the content creator zone. Everyone's
It's funny,
tired
it's
of this shit.
We couldn't get her. Like, we just, like, all of it's like, oh, we tried to get her. We couldn't get her. We got to get him. We couldn't get him.
We finally get her
We
yesterday.
have to, like, we're like lassoing people. We like need an actual lasso to wrangle these guys in for an interview.
And she agrees to talk to us. We're so excited. So we have a setup where we're like, we have these comfy chairs. You know, they sit in between us. They watch the race back. They like talk about it. She didn't want to sit down.
It was so funny because she was actually in such a good mood.
In such a good
She
mood.
was like she was like so excited and like willing to talk. But you're like, okay, do you want to? So it's like, hey, if you could sit there. And she was like, no, I'm not sitting. No,
that was exactly like her
she
really
was so sweet. She's like,
kind
"No,
voice.
No,
Yeah.
not sitting. And we were like, not sitting. Well, and then we were like, okay. So then you were then all of a sudden on camera mode and said, you were like, okay, you'll interview and I'll just work the camera. I was like, what? I'm actually technically the cameraman. I work the whole press conference. And then sure enough, you like your only job was now holding the camera and you didn't even get me in frame at all. All you had to do now is move the camera. And you didn't. I'm even surprised you got Agnes in there.
My brain, like, I couldn't roll with the punches at all in any way. I was just like frozen. I couldn't make rational decisions. The camera was on a tripod. I was holding the tripod back. I only got her. I got like your hand once, and I thought, oh, maybe I should pan over and try to get Eric. And I was like, oh no.
At some point, I do think a pan would have been easy, right?
Yeah. In hindsight, I give myself an F for that one. Like that wasn't
I'll
great.
give you a D.
Okay.
Yeah, like I think
Because I
you
got her.
Well, I think I
We'll
think
see.
you
I
got
do
Agnes.
think I cut off her forehead for a while, and then I got it for maybe the last question.
Was that how the order went? Marco, we got Marco.
We got Marco.
Well, Marco's
Okay.
easy. Marco's great.
I've got
Marco will sit around and talk all day. Literally went through the mix zone
twice.
And he was like, dude, you actually got to get out of the mix
We're
zone.
going to circle back on Marco in a second because I have some things to say. Marco, then we had Kenny,
Yeah, I think it went Marco Kenny.
then Agnes, then Jess,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We crushed it.
We crushed
We
it.
crushed it. And people liked us. I was happy.
Yeah. No, people, I don't know. I can't say like people liked us.
Well, they weren't mad like
People
last
weren't-
time.
We didn't have people yelling at us like last time.
Jess, okay, we also learned that Jess Hull listens to our show.
She's a big fan.
Which is like terrifying to me. I don't really picture anyone listening to this. I just picture I'm with my friend Eric. We're just talking to a camera. There's no one ever that's going to listen on the side of this. Surely no one that I know.
Surely.
Jess Hull, Olympic silver medalist, is listening to our show. Like
She'll
all of a
listen to
sudden,
this, yeah.
she'll listen to this, and I'm like, oh shit. Like I don't know. It's like when are you ever nervous? Like you start telling a story at like a big dinner party, and like you're riffing on the story, and then all of a sudden it's like gung gung, everyone is looking at you and like you get a little nervous, like, oh shit, like I forgot that like I'm now commanding the room. That was a feeling I had yesterday of like my eyes widened out of like, oh no, people actually
Like, I
listen.
don't want to do this anymore.
Like, oh no, I'm making a fool of myself.
Yeah, I wonder how Jess is. Well, I mean, she gets it. If she's listened to every show, she's like, I like what they're doing.
Yeah,
I like the nonsense.
it is utter nonsense.
Yeah.
And I'm having fun. Are you having fun?
Aisha, if I wasn't having fun, I wouldn't be here. So yeah, shout out Jess Hull.
Shout out.
We're huge fans. Glad you're a fan.
Huge fans.
What did you have to? You wanted to circle back on Marco?
Oh yeah, I want to circle back on Marco. So in the preview show, we did get a little off track, you and I, about the hottest slam guys. And
oh, okay, I see.
you like, you know, we talk about this. Track and field is a beautiful sport. We're talking about all the beautiful athletes all the time. And you
I
really
said what? Who's your top three?
and then you rounded out most of my top three of Matthew Hudson Smith. Who did we say?
No, you said Sasha Zoya.
Oh, yeah,
and I said,
Sasha
well,
Zoya.
obviously you're gonna put
Matthew
Matthew
Hudson Smith, yeah, duh.
And then I think.
And
you
then
put
I said Trey
Cunningham.
Cunningham, and I got to go back. It's Marco. It's Marco. It's like
So you're taking out Trey and you're putting Marco.
I'm for now. The
But
podium can
there
change.
be a top. I mean, it doesn't need to just be a podium. We can do top 5.
We could do like top 30 if we needed to.
I'm just saying
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, but Marco's getting in the top 3. The guy is incredibly
Yeah,
handsome.
you got a huge crush on Marco.
Huge crush on Marco. He's incredibly handsome. He's incredibly nice, thoughtful, smart.
I was like looking over on the interview, like we'd be like watching the race breakdown. Your like hand kept like. I was like swatting at your hand. It's like you were like Marco, like check out it. I was like, this chick.
We're gonna get thrown out of the content creators.
And then we see him come through the mix zone again, and I see the look in Aisha's eyes. It's like a lion, like looking at a gazelle. I was like, okay, no. Her hand started like twitching. She's like, I'm trying to grab something. I really hope he wins the 15th so you can
So we can do it
So you can
again.
get a handful.
To be clear, I'm not groping anyone. Just-
Yes, no.
yeah.
We are joking.
We're joking.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Who are your top 3 hotties?
My top 3 hotties for the women.
Well, let's start with
Yeah,
the
I
men
was
and
gonna say,
then
we
move
don't
to the
want-
women. Yeah, we'll start with the men.
I like that. I mean, Matthew Hudson Smith, very very handsome guy. I mean, off the top of my head, like Sasha's a handsome guy too. Like, but I'm now obviously love Marco, but we can't have the same top 3. I don't know. I'm kind of blanking. I don't have a specific top 3 ready to go.
Maybe just toss out a few names, or I'll.
Why don't
toss
you
some.
toss out names?
Yeah,
I'll
Daniel
tell you.
Roberts.
Yeah, he's a great looking guy. Is he in my top? How
Trey
about
Cunningham was in my.
Trey Cunningham has fantastic features. Very good looking guy.
I'm trying to think. Cole Hawker
Handsome guy.
looks like a male model.
His eyes. They always have these. He's got the piercing blue eyes. He's up there.
Have I like hit the bingo?
I don't know.
For
Like,
you?
well, there's not a bingo where I'm like, oh my god, I want him. It's not like you're gonna be like Cole Hawker. I'm like, yes.
Okay, so all right.
But it's like, yeah, you
Yeah,
say
we're
guy,
looking,
I'm
we're
like
liking.
they're very handsome or
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
Or it's like, oh yeah, they do it for me.
Okay, how about with the women?
Now, why don't I think we should keep
Oh
going?
yeah. With the okay. So
Also, I think now we're getting into no, like where it's just like I don't want to start ranking. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
just go
I'm just
through it.
gonna-
It's just like like we're now all of a sudden Aisha's like wants to play smash or pass with all the athletes. She's like, all right, like, would you want to? Yeah, I'm like, I can't believe I'm the one now who has to be like, Aisha, maybe we don't rank all the athletes.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? What we can rank is the new kids.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Really good pivot.
Yeah.
Very good. I'm like, it's so funny, like seeing Mac right now being like, guys. Like,
We'll take this to our own podcast.
Yeah.
So
This is more of an off the rails.
tune into Off the Rails if you want to hear the hottest track and field rankings.
Yeah.
But we'll do the hottest kits of track and field. So now with New Balance releasing their 2025 kit, all of the 25 kits are out from all the brands. So if you're new to track and field, you're probably not listening to this, but if you happen to, every year the major footwear brands come out with like their kit for the year, and all their pro athletes are wearing it. There could be slight deviations based on if you're a world champion, you get like a more bespoke outfit for you for all of your races, but each brand comes out with like their look for the year. Now, they all come out at different times, and you're just waiting with bated breath, like, what's the kit going to look like this year? When you're a pro athlete, you're just like hoping that it's a color that looks good on you or like a cut that you like. So everything is out in the open with New Balance dropping their kit yesterday. So let's give our top 3 kits of the year. Eric, you can start.
Oh, I kind of need to see some pictures for the top 3 kits. I'm thinking about what Sydney wore yesterday. I liked it. I didn't think it was anything like stand out. As far as like my favorite kits this year.
You have the Adidas red and white, which
I
is
kind of like that look. I think
so
that's
striking.
kind of I think it's a clean look. I like that kit.
Paul Mahoney is saying the world champ kit for Adidas. So the normal is red with white stripes. If you're the world champion, you're wearing white with red accents, and that's Paul Mahoney's favorite. I'm gonna go with my favorite kit this year is actually the Nike kit. Like it's kind of got a heat map looking thing on the back. It's you see it and you know it's a Nike kit. That's kind of one of the qualifications for me is like, is it so striking and recognizable in a race that you know exactly who that athlete runs for?
Are there a couple different Nike kits?
I think there's one that's purple.
It's like striped.
Purple is Olympic champion. I'm not sure about stripes.
I'm not sure either. Now I'm saying it, I'm like, I don't really know. But I'm not. I think the Nike kits are. I don't know if I think the Adidas red kits more than the Nike kits.
I think Adidas red kit is number 2 for me.
After the Nike.
And then
So what do you think about the New Balance kit?
I like it. It looks really good. I think what New Balance does super well is the cut is always really flattering. And New Balance seems to sponsor more women than men, so we don't see the men's kit as much, except for, Jake Whiteman or a few other guys, Andrew Koskeren. But the women's kits always look stunning. The colors are more muted. They're more like fashionable, which I like, but to me it's not screaming race day as much.
The New Balance kit.
The New Balance kit.
What's it? It's screaming like a hard workout?
It's screaming a hard workout. Yeah. Where like you want to show up to practice like looking so good, coordinated, strong, but you're not necessarily like, for me, I wasn't going to wear like bright red.
Would you ever work out? Like, I think this is, in the preview, we talked about like Europeans or the Brits are like on the ground a lot in workouts. So you would often see like some of the Europeans wearing kits during a workout.
Buns in workouts. Like,
well, I'm talking about like men. Like men, they would wear singlet, like their race singlets.
Really?
Yeah. A lot.
All the time.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think I would
never.
Yeah.
Never.
Do you think that's like I would think that's like kind of I don't know if that's a superstitious thing where I'm like I only would wear the kit on a race day. You never wear it.
No, you never
But
wear
even
it.
like would you wear an old kit
No,
on a workout?
no. I would never wear an old kit on a workout. Training in the US, people don't ever wear like buns at practice, but a lot of European women wear buns at practice. It's a smart move. Like the tan lines you get from like running, I don't know, 80 to 100 miles a week in your shorts are so stupid and ridiculous. Like I think people should do it more, but I just never would. It's like your
Why?
rate. I don't know. It's like it's the race uniform. Like when you're going to race, it's like you're suiting up with like your superhero clothes, and you only put them on when you're ready to like enter the gladiator battle. Like you put it on, and your brain switches on. Like we're gonna freaking go today.
Did you like the buns?
I did. Yeah, I did. I didn't get the memo that like you're supposed to give yourself like a little bit of a wedgie to like look like better.
You didn't get that.
I didn't get the memo until like my last couple years as a pro, and then I'm like, I'm freaking 35 out here. Like, am I supposed to give myself a wedgie now? Like, I don't know if it's the time.
Like you're supposed to give yourself a little wedgie to get a little cheeked up.
Get a little cheeked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't put that.
I just thought like I didn't have the right shaped cheeks.
Well, it's because you weren't wearing the buns enough. You weren't like
Exactly.
You weren't workout day. If you worked out with the buns enough,
I would know.
you would have like those workout shots of you, and then you realize like, oh, if I like give myself a little bit of a wedgie, I'll look like I've got a nicer butt.
Yeah.
And then you'd have podcasters doing like smash or pass with
And then
you.
you're like, yeah.
And I'm like, dude, where's her ass though?
Yeah, exactly.
Check like genuine like, and then you're like, yeah, man, no ass. I guess I would, but like, I don't know. Is she gonna be my top 10? Because she doesn't have there's no wedgie there. She didn't get the memo, I guess. I'm like, you're a pig, Aisha.
Look, I am what I am.
Look, I love you, man, but you gotta chill out.
It's a good thing you're HR and not me.
It's a great thing I'm HR. I'm like, you gotta watch how you talk to me. I'm HR, man.
Did you guys get a notification on your Garmin?
Yeah. I'm getting a stress alert, and I'm getting a cheesesteak reminder. The new Garmin is crazy.
Countdown to cheesecake.
Yeah. It's like try and get your steps up and maybe a cheesesteak question mark.
Let me finish my podium of the track hits because this one's unexpected.
Okay, yeah. I thought you were trying to go back to the podium of people you're trying to bang.
Yeah, and just to admire from afar.
I know. I'm joking.
Okay.
Yeah. I know you're not trying to bang all of these people.
Chris, we're sorry.
I love it because Chris does listen to like literally every single thing.
It's like
But he likes it.
well, we might need to tone it down.
Right now, Chris is like, how are they not putting them on the podium? They're gorgeous.
My third favorite kit is a surprise. It's the Under Armour kit.
Under Armour kit.
They're, they don't usually have like the most striking, it's like, more of a team sports kind of brand, but I love like the stripes. It looks like somehow old school and modern at the same time. Like I said, you see somebody in the race, like it's very brand recognizable from the get-go.
What's your favorite kit in recent memory?
2013 New Balance. They had the pink buns. So cute.
I don't quite remember the 2013. Let's go more. Let's talk about 12 years ago. Let's keep it within the decade.
My favorite kit that I've ever worn was the throwback. This is just in the decade. The throwback OTC kit from 2015. That was like the
With the
white with
green,
with the green tree logo
probably the
that's
best
like
logo.
Klecker
Or best.
completely ripped off with the Kai Robinson OAC shirt.
Is that
which is
is that Klecker's fault?
Yeah, he made it. Is
Oh,
what
wow.
what I've heard.
I'm tossing him right under the bus right now.
Oh yeah, Klecker, come on, man! You can't steal our logo. That was honestly like so clean, so cool. The history behind it, debuted at pre, like it was awesome.
That was a very good look. That kit was very clean. Love that one. I really liked the. I think it was the same year, 2015 Oregon Project camo kit, like
That
the
was
black and
cool.
gray camo kit. I like that one. I always have felt like they could do more. Sometimes I see new kits and I'm like, these kits suck. You could do a lot more.
You could do a lot more. Yeah.
Like what is there doesn't seem to be create like a big creative. Also, I think individual, like why does every Nike athlete have the exact same kit? There should be some sort of differentiating between, I don't know, like groups or, I mean, I know that like there used to be a
Yeah.
little bit more of
Yeah.
that. But yeah, I think there should be some. I don't think you should look on a start line in every. If it's all Nike athletes, they've all got
look
the
the
same
same.
Nike kit.
Yeah.
And maybe if there's an Olympic champ in there, he's got a different kit. But there should be some different kits.
Puma actually does this with their like Olympic kits. Like they all kind of look a little bit the same, but Team Jamaica is their heritage brand, so their kit is always a little bit different and it's like a little bit more special. I loved the bodysuits that they made for women for the Olympics this year. Like that's probably one of my favorite looks of all time, with the side cutouts. Like they had a yellow and a black bodysuit that was just like iconic. But I do think that like that personalization adds something. And I mean, there are teams that do this. Like this is their whole job, is to like make these kits. Like yeah, give us something.
Give us something.
We haven't heard your favorites.
I said the
Adidas is number one.
Oh, Adidas is not.
Yeah,
Adidas number one. I don't know if I'm gonna put. I guess I don't really have too much strong a feeling of the kids to care too much about. I like the Adidas look. New Balance's new kit. I haven't seen it enough to say whether. I just saw it on Sydney, and I don't like this one as much as the previous one. I think maybe it'll grow on me. Nikes are all right. I'm just gonna put Adidas at one.
Great.
And
Love
who
it.
cares about the rest?
Who cares about the rest?
Yeah.
Love it. All right. So today we've got some exciting races. What do we think of? I loved the 2-day situation. Like yesterday was really fun at the track.
I do think the 2-day is. I mean, I do like having two distance events. Like, but I do think the 2-day format is really good. Even though with the 3 days, all the races still matter. It's not like there's round, right? It's just each race is important. But with the 2 days, it feels like it just feels more compact, more important. I think the two-day format is really good. But also like the distance athletes are losing out on half the money.
That sucks.
Yeah, I would be really bummed out if I was those guys. So they're gonna need to figure out a way to work that, to figure that out. Whether it's
I agree.
I don't know how to give them more recovery, or just let them race back-to-back days. Why not? 2 3Ks. I don't know. But yeah, I think because I mean I'm a distance guy. I like that. Even with the slow races, I think it's fun. I like the sit and kick stuff. I think give it some time. But I like the 2-day format. I think it's really good. Today is going to be, another electric day on the track. All the races are going to be and there were some upsets yesterday. Excited to see how athletes like Sydney race in the 100, how Gabby races in the 100. Obviously, the short distance events are lining up to be a banger. So, yeah, we got a really good day on the track today.
I was also so pleasantly surprised the stadium was packed
It was,
yesterday.
yeah, that was, I mean, it's a huge stadium.
It's huge.
And it was the home stretch completely packed out and loud. They were loud for everybody. Every race was huge reception. This was the Grand Slam organizers, like they must all be super excited at the turnout. And I would imagine, I don't know what the crowds are looking, ticket sales are looking like for today, but you'd imagine it's the same or better.
Yeah, even nicer weather today, which is good. We got a little chilly last night, so
But we also did really. We got a little chilly last night, but I mean, people were talking about like, oh, we might have to. They were really
Postpone.
like gearing up to cancel, cancel races and like all this stuff. So they must be really, I mean, really lucked out with the weather. But yeah, today looks a little bit warmer. What, like
high 60s.
high? Oh, so it's not. It's about the same.
But
just less
the sun's
clouds,
gonna
the
peek
sun's gonna
out.
be
We're not gonna, hopefully, fingers crossed, get rained on. Yeah, it's gonna be great. We were even in the content creator zone. What was really cool is we had a projector where we could watch the races, but we are close to the tunnel. And they did a really smart thing where they had the athletes run out of the tunnel in front of the home stretch as they got introduced. And we would get a warning, like a race is going to start, because we would just hear this thunder of people just getting so excited as like the athletes came out, which gave it this like really almost like gladiator-esque environment, which was so fun. Like all the athletes the whole time have seemed really happy. The organizers are treating them incredibly well. They feel great. But yesterday was another level of like, you turn it on a bit more in a packed stadium. It was awesome.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, you definitely. I mean, you don't want to be racing and with empty stands. It just feels so. It's so much more fun when it's packed. And yeah, it was packed. It was loud. Even like the home stretch completely was packed out. Backstretch was still like there was a lot of people there. What's the size of this stadium compared to Jamaica? Jamaica's a lot bigger.
Jamaica seemed a lot bigger, but I'm not sure if you include the upper bowl. But I think 7,000 tickets were sold yesterday.
Well, and also it feels good because the people are right on, because Jamaica, there's a gap between
the
track and
velodrome
stands.
around it. Yeah.
The crowd's right on you in this place, and because we had a little bit of a tough time getting into into our area yesterday, but it was also we were kind of caught in a bit of a rainstorm.
We were.
And so we walked there, not trying to brag. We got our steps in. We walked 1.5 miles there.
No cheesesteaks on the walk.
Yeah, no cheesesteaks. You were trying to like be slim for Marco. And you're like, I don't want to get grabby with a belly full of cheesesteak. And so we're walking there. We get caught. We had to hide under a tent for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
But then we got into the stadium and we were at the complete wrong end.
We were.
And it took us, we had to get like a police escort to our area. And as we were walking, like the line to get in was huge.
At every door. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really felt like a professional sporting event. So many people were wearing the CITIUS mag track hats.
CITIUS track hat is a huge hit. People love it.
Huge hit. I'm doing a little giveaway.
I saw that.
If you want. Yeah.
But if I want to participate?
Do you ever wear yours? You're not really like a hat guy.
Well, my head doesn't quite, the proportions of my head in the hat, I don't think necessarily, I just don't like the way I look in it. No, I don't wear it because I look really dumb in it. It makes my head look tiny.
Yeah, me too.
I think you pull it off.
Oh, thanks.
Well, if you put it on and looked in the mirror and you go, I look really dumb, you wouldn't keep wearing it. You know, like obviously, like you're wearing. You're like, oh, I look really cute in this thing. I just, for some reason, I put it on. I go, guys, this isn't good.
Do you have a small head?
I don't know. But I think this hat. I think what it is do you know like the front of this the front?
Yeah.
It kind of it's sticks out a lot.
Yeah. Because it has to accommodate for the big
No, I know.
track.
There's a big embroidery, and it looks good on you.
Can I touch your head?
No.
Okay.
yeah, give it a feel. It.
Yeah. No, it seems normal.
Yeah, you just like. No, it's not like an abnormal head. Like you see the head. I don't have a freak head. But you put the hat on, you go, that's a freak. That's
a freak head.
I'm just, yeah. And actually, if you shave my head, you'd be like, there's bumps and
there's stuff going on.
There's stuff going on. Like, you didn't feel the back of it. It's like, it's misformed. So that I just don't think, there are some hats I can wear. I just don't think, yeah, look, buy the hat. Maybe you won't look like a freak in it.
That's the best endorsement for these hats we've ever had. Buy the hat, maybe you won't look like a freak in it.
Maybe you'll like the way you look in it.
You're gonna love the way you look.
It's like the Men's Warehouse.
Yeah.
Like, maybe you'll not look like a freak. Some people will. It's just not the right hat for you. Well, also they're very exclusive, so they're hard to get your.
They are hard to get.
Which create like an unbelievable buzz for them.
Yeah, and like I paid my own American dollars for one. They're hard to get.
You were trying to pay in euros. Yeah. I paid. You're like, Chris, these are American dollars. These will go far. I'm like, I'll pay to give it back.
Maybe we can give yours away.
Yeah.
Worn with Eric Jenkins' head sweat and shame.
I'm like, no.
People might pay a lot of money. Maybe you're in people's top 3.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm in someone's top 3. There's always you're no matter who you are, you're going to be in somebody's top 3.
It's true.
Maybe, even you with no wedgie and no, not having any idea how to wear a pair of buns. You're like, I'll still give it a crack. And that's what's important. There's somebody out there for everybody.
For everyone.
I think that probably wraps it up.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm like, unless you've got something else you want to talk about.
I think we covered more than we should have.
I think we covered a lot more than we should have. And you with the buns covered too much. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to take my Garmin 970 out for my cheesecake run, and we'll see you.
See you at the track tonight.
At the track tonight.